Hi, my name is Craig McCracken, creator of the Powerpuff Girls, otherwise known as the Whoopass Girls. They were the stars of my second year student film at CalArts. And when I started this film, I had these lofty aspirations. I aspired to finish 4 Whoopass films in 1 year, but I only got 1 done. Basically what happened is as soon as I started on the film, I kind of stopped going to class and just stayed up in my cubicle the whole time working on the film. And at the end of the year, you're supposed to turn in your student films and, get your grades on it. And I turned it in and none of the teachers knew who I was. And they were just watching this film. They're like, who is this guy? Where does he come from? And they're like, oh, he's really quiet and he sits up in the back and, he's just made this film and he never comes to class. And they're like, this is great. This is amazing. Give him a high pass. So, I got a good grade on it, but I didn't really end up going to class because I was just kind of obsessed with finishing this film. Well, the name change, I was pretty surprised by it. As soon as I pitched this show called the Whoopass Girls, and they were made with sugar and spice and everything nice in a can of whoop. And I was like, okay, well, they're going to make me change that. I know that's going to happen. They're not going to make toys for kids with the name in it. But surprisingly enough, the first show we recorded with, whoop in there, and it was the Whoopass Girls, and it looked like it was going through, and I was shocked. I couldn't believe, they were letting me get away with this. But then at some point, I got that inevitable phone call where somebody said, marketers and, cable programmers, don't want to show on the air with the word in it, and we're going to have to change it. So I enlisted all of my friends and everybody to just try to come up with another name for this show. And, 2 of my friends separately from each other had come up with the name Powerpuff. And I figured, okay, well, that's a good sign that they both have figured this out. So maybe that'll be it. And it took me a while to accept them as the Powerpuff Girls, because in my mind they were always the Whoopass Girls. So here it is, the Whoopass Girls in Whoopass Stew. That's me, Craig McCracken. This is my second year student film I made at CalArts. This is me narrating. I don't know if I could do this voice again if I tried. I basically had to, get my voice as deep as I could and belt it out. Oh, that's the perfect little girl. I cut that shot out of the original because I didn't want to represent what a perfect little girl was. And there's a very strange professor. You can see he's changed drastically. There was the can of whoop. Then there's the girls, slightly taller, not as necessarily as cute. Pretty much this opening and the opening title sequence is really similar to what we do in the show. I kind of thought it worked really well and didn't want to change too much of it. Homage to 60s Batman show, running forward. That was always one of my biggest inspirations. First appearance, Gangrene Gang. And the Gangrene Gang and a lot of the other villains from the show were, I had from college, I had Mojo, I had him, I had all these main characters, but, I just never got a chance to do anything with them. I intended to do films with all of them. So this here's the colorized version of Whoopass Stew. Spike and Mike's Festival of Animation paid to color this, and if you'd like to see my original pencil test version, just switch to a different angle on your DVD and you can view the original pencil test form of this same film. And it has a kind of a cool quality to it because it's so pure. And there's the old stock Townsville shot. And the freaking woman coming up here is based on my mother's fashions from the 70s, photographs I used to see. There she is in all her getup. The Amoeba Boys, the voice actor who did those, Lou Romano, who is a friend of mine from school, who ended up becoming one of the BG painters on the show, amazing artist. And Jennifer Freed, another friend of mine from school, did the voices of all 3 girls. And so the girls do look a little more freakish and stretched out and not as cute, but that's the, evolution of character design. And I remember Gendy helped me with the timing on this scene right here, getting the antics right and everything. And then here comes pretentious art direction, Blue Sun. I don't know what I was thinking. I was a stupid art school kid. A lot of my friends make fun of me narrating this thing because of the voice I'm doing. I was trying to do the narrator voice like the Hot Rod guys who narrate the Sunday thing, trying to do that aggressive guy. And then here we have the original ending coming up with the girls flying. You know, I hadn't developed the hearts and stars at this point yet, but, you know, we just kept this loop going. And basically, you know, the film was just made by myself and, you know, help from my friends at school. We all kind of help each other on our films. As you'll see in the credits, Gendy Tartakovsky, you know, Rob Renzetti, Cindy Banks, people you've seen working on the show, you know, who've done work with us over the years, and we kind of keep those relationships going. You know, we develop at school, and we all kind of continue to work together. The animation industry is real small, and you kind of just stick with your friends and keep developing your craft.